And welcome back. Dylan here from Indiverse, the world's only indie tabletop marketplace where you can find all the latest and greatest games from crowdfunding or self publishing. Today, I have with me a very special guest. I know I say that all the time, but I really mean that today. We're going across the pond, maybe two or three actually. We've got a lovely, lovely designer from Germany who is just about to or has just launched. Oh my gosh, I feel like I should know this their very first game. So they're designing. It's coming out very soon. It's a social deduction, bluffing, a lot of judging happening across the table to our friends and family. We have the lovely designer from Tulpax Games. Hi, how you going today?
Hi, Dylan. Nice to be here. Thank you for your invitation.
Oh, no worries, no worries. It's been a joy to see the little bits and pieces that I have, well, as much as we can, while getting to the live date for a brand new Kickstarter campaign, a new designer. It's all very, very exciting. Tell us a little bit about your creative journey and how did you become to create games?
I worked as a self-employed multimedia creative for 2 years, and things changed rapidly. Like the market, people were demanding. For example, I don't know if you can remember, people were demanding this weird apes in different colors, and somehow my clients
Yep.
changed too, and I was like, okay, I guess I should switch from traditional art to digital art and so on. And somehow I end up there where my passion is, board games. And finally, I'm there where I belong to. So that's what I will say.
Fantastic. So like it almost felt like a very natural transition. Like you had a deep passion for board games and then you could do your own art. So put the two together and now you're making a game. That's great. Great. So tell us a little bit about Friends Council. How would you describe it? What's like the thing you're most excited to bring to people's tables when they inevitably crowdfund or buy this game?
The story of the game is like, I realized that everyone needs a mirror to look.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
usually, like we judge, but we don't get judged in a friendly and playful way. And this game helps you kind of like to have fun moments with your friends and realizing things that you should realize early in your life. That's the thing. It's
Okay.
a psychological, a strategical game. Like,
Okay. Okay. So get to find a little bit out about the friends that we've had for maybe like 5, 10 years, and then you might find something out that you didn't know. It's not just like Uno or Cards Against Humanity, where it's like you're just following the prompts on the cards or just like going through the flow of the game, but you're actually doing something a little bit deeper. I really like that. That's interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Where do you think you draw your inspiration from? Was there like a specific game that you were like, ooh, I like this as like a theme, or was it like an experience that you had that made you think, oh, yeah, this is the kind of game I want to make?
like, um, the inspiration for the characters are my friends and people around me. I'm like,
Yep.
oh god damn it! I'm a creative person. I like to draw people. I like to write stories, and I was like, oh my god, I wish it would be a playing card game, and you will be so fun and so funny, and that's how it starts. Like, that's the root of the game. But I'm a fan of Card Against Humanity and Debatable, etc., etc. So all of my friends too. I was like, we need something where we have a resource, like the statement coins, for example, in Friends Council.
Yep.
You have not infinite option of giving your arguments, defending yourself. You are limited to the source, and that what I was needing was in this kind of game, this the bribery factor, and yeah, the punishment is also something what a game mechanic that we are missing in this kind of games. So I wanted to have something which is fulfilling my needs, and then this game happened.
Okay. Okay. I like it. It's you found like a problem that you like something you didn't like about the other games, but something extra you wanted to bring, or you wanted the games
Yes,
to
yeah.
bring that they didn't really feel like they were hitting the mark for you, which is, yeah, I totally understand. There are, I do not doubt, hundreds, if not maybe thousands of games that fall into that. I'm really looking forward to finding out what Friends Castle is going to bring me that like other social games don't, especially the punishment and judgment in the council. Like I've seen that in a couple of different variations of games, but not in something that's like so ingrained in just being a thing about the people around you. So I'm very excited, very excited. So, what do you think makes it stand out compared to the games that you've referenced, other than like the pieces that you've talked about with the judging system and like the punishment? Do you think there's anything else that makes it like really different from Cards Against Humanity or debatable?
It's also like a psychological poker game. Like it's something what we actually, I believe, missed in the board game community. And additionally, we also have the action cards, with which gives the game a little bit more action. Like it's not like a simple judge and start the next round. It's rather like be strategically, know your friend, know your judge, act psychologically correct. And sometimes you have to even judge yourself. Like it's not like that you're just so toxic and judge your friends. You have to sometimes face yourself. Like I can remember testing the game, and I was saying things about me which I would usually not like to say, but it was fun and I don't care. Like I played friends who were uh like in the psychological field, etc., etc. They were like, it's not that toxic. It's just hard to face the truth.
Oh, so if I'm bringing friends in, they have to be ready for a mental journey as well as a game journey. Okay, I'll make sure to like preface that when I'm like, hey guys, we're gonna play this game. Now you need to be sound of mind and willing to expose a little bit about yourself that you may not like to.
Exactly. You sum it up very well.
Oh, look, getting out of the comfort zone is something I think we should all do every once in a while, especially in games and stuff like this. Where talking about ourselves. I think it's great, and the fact that you gamify it as well by having like the curveballs that can be thrown because you've got action cards and things that take the normal flow of play and just completely tear it away. I think that's really good because it brings that serious note, but also the light-hearted and the humor that comes with it as well. So that's really really positive. That's awesome. I really like it.
Oh, thank you.
Who do you think the game is for? When you made it, were you thinking of like, oh, I'm making this game for kids? Probably not kids. Like, but am I making
Mhm.
it for like young adults? Am I making it for like families, like men, women specifically? Like, what sort of things were you going through your mind when you're like, I'm making this for this group of people?
I will say family, friends who are adults, because you have a bunch of text on your cards. I don't think that a kid can read, and the psychological factor, maybe they are not able in that age when they are younger to, you know, to kind of calculate when to stop, when to pursue on with your arguing. So it is definitively not for kids. So I was between, is it for people above 16 or 18? But I say to be on the safe side at the end, 18. So I could add 2, 3 cards were a little bit more like you can interpret them more ways.
Yep, yep,
So
very fair, very fair. I think it's something that I really appreciate about games like Friends Cancel that aren't trying to shy away from, oh, it has to appease as many people as possible. It has to, the most amount of people have to enjoy it for us to like make it or view it as like a success. You've made something that is designed to have a specific interaction with a group of people that aren't everybody. It's going to be those who are like in a family situation or a friends group situation that are like, yes, we're willing to make ourselves feel uncomfortable. And I think you're right. That comes as we grow and sort of learn a lot about ourselves. Like we've probably like seen ourselves as teenagers, like in our memories, being like, how the heck was I like that when I was 16 years old? And you can reflect on that, but bringing that out into a game, I don't think is something. I think you're right that you can do as much or have as much impact at a younger point in our lives, regardless of whether the subject matter, like the questions or what you're arguing, might be like something that is more adult. But I think that process is something that comes as we grow and mature as people. So what's the plan moving forward? Are you aspiring to make more games, or is Friends Council going to be your one and done? Or you're not sure? All totally valid.
Oh, Friends Council is gonna be my favorite, that for sure.
Yep.
So that's why I added the second game mode, like the celebrity mode, so you can represent somebody who's famous, and then you can play with broader people. Like you don't need to necessarily know them very well. So
Yep.
I think Friends Council will be my favorite. But I also added, like, I made 3 more games. They will be available on the Kickstarter campaign as an add-on, and hopefully Friends Council is gonna make it. Hopefully,
Oh, we hope so
yeah.
too. We hope so too. Are you thinking after Friends Council that you might make more games after that, or are you sort of seeing how Friends Councils go? Friends Council, if I can speak, uh, goes before you make any decisions about what happens next.
uh, Actually, I was at the beginning like, oh no, if the Kickstarter campaign fails, I should stop. But today I do think different. Like, I want to motivate people, so that's why I also made Friends Council. To be honest, as far you can see, the characters are simply drawn. Everyone can recreate them. I actually wanted to motivate those people who believe like they can draw or they are not creative whatsoever, and they take the help of AI for wrong reasons.
Mm.
Like, I mean, it should be motivating other people. So probably I will go on to motivate more and more in the creative.
Like just seeing that it doesn't have to be a gorgeous piece, I think honestly was a little bit motivating for me, even though it might not motivate me enough to go and make my own game. Just like to have something that's like less than perfect but still really good, or it's fun to play, or it's an entertaining time. Like, yeah, I think it helped, even maybe just not in the way that you might have intended. So thank you.
Yeah, that's nice to hear. But for example, we have also like Exploding Kitten, etc., etc. They are also simple drawn, and they are so fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you just need to believe in yourself, and it will work out. Like, to be honest, I didn't like that what I created, and my friends were like, "Oh, these cards are great. The design is great." I was like, "Okay, I think that's enough. I should take them."
Yeah.
Like, believe everyone should believe in themselves, especially they can. You can do it. Anyone can do it. You
Yep.
just need to make the first step.
That's it.
That's
That's
what
it.
I believe.
That's look, it's a great ethos to live by. I think when you just sort of put yourself out there, and you just, all right, so we've had a look, we've been inspired, I'm feeling motivated after that last piece, honestly. um
Oh, that's nice.
so this is a segment for you. Where can people find you, find out about the game, back it, follow it, anything you want to promote?
People can find me on Instagram. They just need to look for Tulpax board games, and in the bio there is my link for the Kickstarter campaign. And I would really appreciate it if they would follow the project, because I need I need bakers, obviously, and I have 2 less followers, and the algorithm is pushing like smaller creators always down. Nowadays, also bigger companies are unfortunately on Kickstarter. I don't know if they need the money, but they are there, and we are getting invisible. So if you would leave a follow, that would be so kind, especially if you're interested. I would really appreciate it. You would make me a favor, and maybe also in the future other people. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. We will have links to the socials and the Kickstarter campaign in the show notes. So if you guys are seeing this, make sure you follow it up. Have a look. Check out Friends Council. Check out the Instagram as well. There's so many great illustrations of the cards that we've been talking about. You'll see one to my left of the screen now. But yeah, there's plenty more out there. There's some really cool stuff. So yeah, hopefully it inspires you to like we were saying, just get out there. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be pretty. It can just be out there, and someone will find it. And hopefully they'll enjoy it. So thank you so much for joining me. It has been an absolute pleasure to have a chat.
Yeah, thank you for having me here today.
Fabulous. This has been another Kickstarter interview for new creators, someone coming out into the space. I have been Dylan, representative for Indiverse.io. As always, the greatest place where you can find indie tabletop, Kickstarter, crowdfunded games in the world. That's my opinion, but we also call it a fact. And I will see you in the universe. Bye, everyone.